Hey everyone, Jell0 here. This is going to be 5 ways to improve your mindset. Let's get right into it, shall we? The first thing, probably the most important thing I feel like is be confident, not cocky. The difference between confidence and cockiness is huge. Confidence is in cockiness. However, like confidence is self-assurance. You're telling yourself, I'm great. Cockiness is putting someone else down in order to better yourself. It's not exactly that, but it's if I were to use it in like Smash terms, like, oh, that guy's free. I'm way better than that guy. That's cockiness. That saying they're bad is putting yourself, like your confidence up, but it also, it doesn't help, in my opinion. Confidence is more so, I know I can beat them if I play well enough. So just saying I know I could beat them will help you, in my opinion. So yeah, confidence is better than cockiness. Cockiness just leads to arrogance and other things. Cockiness, I mean, it's not a crime or anything, but confidence is just all that much better because you just better yourself and others around you by being confident. Be respectful to yourself and your opponent. Don't rely on the enemy being weaker than you, rely on you being better than them. Now, except the first one, these aren't in any order, so number 2 is recognize that you aren't perfect. No one is. Basically, what this means is, let's say you miss a punish in neutral, and your opponent punishes you for it. Instead of getting angry at that fact or recognizing that, like shaking your head, for example, that acknowledges that you did something wrong. You want to instead just move on, recognize that you're human. It's okay to make mistakes. It doesn't matter how hard you practice. You could mess up, that's always a possibility. So that is the first way. There's another way to it though. Your opponent, your opponent is human as well. Everyone that plays Smash Bros is human. Yeah, there's no animals or anything. Any Smash Bros player is human, and that's a fact. Unless we're talking tasks, but that's a whole different thing. So your opponent is human as well. That means they have a possibility of messing up as well. They're not perfect, and neither are you. So if they mess up, know that they are human, and just don't always expect them to mess up. Instead, just recognize that they did mess up and try to take advantage of it. And if you mess up, just try and move on. Number 3, remember how I talked about shaking your head and nodding your head? Well, yeah, that brings me into number 3. Don't shake your head, nod your head. Even if you mess up, nodding your head acknowledges. It even tricks your brain into thinking you did something good. You didn't do something good, but you acknowledge that you won't do it next time, or you'll try not to do it next time. Shaking your head acknowledges that you did something bad. This all may be like incorrect, but in this brain of mine, that's what I think, in my opinion. I just think whenever you shake your head, this just comes from personal experience. You just get into the mindset of, I just did that. Why did I do that? And instead of that, you want to be thinking, oh, I'm still playing. I'm still in this. You don't want to think. You want to think in the moment. You don't want to think about the past. Let's say you SD. You might be thinking about that SD for a long time. And yeah, nodding your head is always better than shaking your head. If you get a good punish, and if you get a good stock, get a good combo or something, nod your head. That's approval. You did something good. If you get killed, nod your head. It happens. It just approve of the other opponent taking advantage of you. And if your brother has sex with your wife and your wife just divorces you, nod your head. Okay, I was kidding about the last one. Like, don't nod your head. Kind of got a problem there. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically number 3. Just nod your head, don't shake. Shaking equals acknowledging the bad. Nodding equals acknowledging in general, which is good. You want to acknowledge things, but you also want to... Acknowledging means you can move past it. Once you nod your head, you move past something. If you shake, you're still in that state of mind where you did something wrong. Number 4, all of these are kind of related, so this is definitely going to be related to the other ones. Don't get angry. As simple as that. You know, it's a hard thing, probably the hardest thing when it comes to mentality. Probably it's one of the hardest things. Let's just say that. It actually inspired me to make this video because last night I was at a tournament called NCG. It's like a weekly, and I was playing in losers against a Cloud, and I read the Cloud, got a hard read. I did a bowling ball. I bowling balled, and due to the Cloud doing down air as he approached me, Cloud's hurt box moved away so that I didn't hit the bowling ball, and I was really angry because the Cloud had been camping me, and I was out of it. You know, I was already down 1-0, and I just screamed, "Esports, esports," and and it's just not. You don't want to do that, you know, because getting angry doesn't mean you can't recover unless you. Going back to the nodding thing, it's not always a nod, but just acknowledging that you did something wrong, and you could be ready to move past it. Getting angry just hurts you in that aspect because it just takes so much longer to get out. I remember last week I was playing a Ryu and his tag is relay. I got really angry after the set because I got demolished, and so angry in fact that in my loser set it actually affected my play. I almost lost that set just because I was so angry, and I was still caught up in what happened. So being angry does not help you, you know. It's kind of self-explanatory. But and finally, the last reason, setting goals. My goal for this video was for it to be under 10 minutes. I know, surprising. Anyways, basically, I want to start it off with a story. My friend, he recently made PR in his region, and I'm proud of him for that. But we've been talking, like this was like a couple of weeks ago. He told me that he lost his drive, and in my opinion, this could be due to other personal factors as well. He lost his drive because he finished his goal. You know, he completed his goals, but he didn't set new ones. So always set goals, because, like, let's compare it to Netflix. You're watching a really good TV show or a movie, and you finish it, and it's just the worst thing in life because first world problems. But that, you know, it's a thing, and it sucks, but you always have to set new goals. You know, you always want to watch new shows, because you might find, you know, even better shows out there. I mean, yeah, you might. There's always a chance. So, set small goals, set big goals. It doesn't matter what kind of goals you set, as long as you always set them, and so that you always have something else to improve upon. My goal right now, my small goal is to become power ranked in my region. You know, I'm constantly working on improving my play. My big goal, I want to become a content creator and a personality. That's always been a dream of mine, and I'm working towards that, as you can see. But so yeah, I have 2 goals right now, and lots of goals in between. You don't want to run out of goals, because when you do run out of goals, you sort of look at life and you're like, what now? But you understand me, right? So you always want to set goals. Anyways, as sort of a bonus, if any of those didn't appeal to you, I want to give you one more reason, I guess. One more tip to improve your mentality. It's not really a mentality thing, but it helps me, and it might help you too. Basically, what you want to do is, whenever you're playing a match, just before or after a match, you want to give yourself like a physical reminder that you're still in this. Whether it be rubbing your chin, or maybe taking off your earphones slowly. It's something physical, like thigh tapping as well, a foot tap, you know, anything. It could be anything as long as it's appropriate and doesn't weird people out, you know. But it's you know, it's your body, you can do what you want as long as... Just be reasonable, people, okay? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That was 5 tips plus a bonus one to work on your mentality. If this helped you in any way, please let me know. If there's any tips you'd want to give in the comments, put that down below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, please subscribe for future content. Peace, guys.